Yes, I was doing independent books, a little bit of stuff for Image, a little bit of stuff for just independent creators that, just different people that have the money to publish. And I would always go to Jim Lee's. This is before social media that we have now. Remember
Mhm.
Blogger? People would have a Blogger account and they would post pictures and write things and stuff.
Yeah.
And Jim Lee had one. It's still up, but he hasn't touched it in over a decade, called Gelato Medi. And that was the Wildstorm blog of Jim Lee, and it linked to all the artists there. And like I said, I was a Jim Lee fan since I was 12, and I wanted to be on his team. It's like a little boy growing up and wanting to be on the Lakers. You know what I mean? And you see Magic
Mhm.
Johnson, and you want him to be your teammate. And so I would always, fanboy on them and follow them around on the internet and read their blog. And one night, after coloring some pages for this independent book, drawn by the great Norm Breyfogle, who has since passed, rest in peace, Norm. But it's about 2007. Um, Jim Lee posted on his blog that they needed a new colorist. And I want to be a penciler, and I've penciled plenty of comics, and I'm back to it now independently. But I was like, it's 4 in the morning. I don't want to color this. It was a black and white drawing of Superman by J.J. Kirby, a friend of mine. And I clicked on the blog post to the actual read the posting through the title, and there were 59 entrants already posting their work, and they all were bad. And I knew I was better. So I stayed up a few more hours till 5, 6 in the morning, colored it, and sent it in. 2 weeks later, I'm at football practice. I'm a football coach for kids, not anymore, but I did it for years. And I get a phone call from Jim Lee's assistant saying, we've gone over the entrance and this and that. We'd like to offer you the job. So that was the end of 2007. I told them I couldn't come out right now in October. My wife was going to graduate college in December. So they waited for me, and I started January 2nd, 2008. I was the last artist Jim Lee ever hired at Wildstorm. And I was there for the final 3 years of that office. And when everything turned into TV and movies, and they invented the company DC Entertainment in 2010, and the Manhattan offices, everything eventually moved out by 2011 at the latest. I went freelance. We were offered jobs to move from San Diego to LA. Okay, if you live in San Diego, you don't want to live in LA. San
Nah, I
Diego
didn't
is an
think so.
oasis in California. It's America's finest city. It is not a liberal hellhole. This is the city with the most military population of any city in America. It's a conservative city. It's beautiful. We don't have the traffic. LA isn't. I say San Diego and LA are sisters. LA is the ugly sister. So
Yep.
when I was offered work up in Burbank, I was like, I'm gonna go freelance. But Jim
Mm.
Lee was great to me. They offered me plenty of work going forward freelance with them, and it was all good. And that was a little too good to be true. This is right before woke. This is 2011 going freelance.
Mm.
But in freelance, I got to work on Star Wars. I got to work, you name it, I've done it. G.I. Joe, Transformers, Star Wars, Borderlands, Gears of War, Batman, Superman, Arkham City. I've done it all, and I love it, and I'm appreciative of that. But the woke grew and grew and grew.